It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
Trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they've got what only half of the teams in the NBA get to enjoy, and that's opening the season on your home floor. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate.
Freak, I'm feeling it.
Man, you always say that.
Okay then, we're gonna see what you got.
World.
Can't wait. See you out there.
Welcome, basketball fans. It's Halloween and a season. And thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá.
On the road and hungry for a win against the Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. Thank you for being with us. 2K Sports brings you the NBA Live this Saturday afternoon broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Green gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
San Antonio on defense.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
And so here are the Clippers. And here's Redick. Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. Jordan the screen. And the wide open shot from Redick. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Was hired was Becky Hammon, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Mark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Now, here's Redick. He's got 5. Outside Leonard. To the inside, Duncan. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Fires it up, and the jumper is on the mark. Redick's got 7. Redick's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And Leonard gets it to go.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Redick inside the line. The offensive rebound. Griffin dishes to Redick. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Green. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Redick for 3, and that one's good. Redick's got 13.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Green inside the three-point line, and it's San Antonio with another. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. The drive-by call. Redick with the bucket.
That's a great start for him, hitting 75% from the field on 8 attempts. For those of you that are struggling with math, he's 6 of 8.
There's Green with the 3. Jordan with the rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Aldridge has got his first points in this one. Clippers leading by 4. Left side, Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Redick inside the line. Can't hit. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. The wide open look here for Aldridge. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And it's Paul penetrating from 20 feet out. Leonard against Mbah-a-Moute. Shot from the wing. Rebound by the Clippers. From deep three-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. Redick's got 21.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
And guys, as a second-round pick, Danny Green was once an afterthought out of North Carolina. Now, he's one of the most dangerous three-point shooters in the league.
You're right, Kevin. Throughout last season, and 42% from beyond the arc for his career. And great consistency, too. He's been over 41 every season for the past 4.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Redick passes to Griffin. It's Redick on the wing. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. He's got 26.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Paul kicks to Redick. He's feeling it. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Spurs trail by 8. Leonard dishes to Parker. The tray. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Parker against Redick. The dish to Paul. Jordan the pass to Redick. Lets it go from deep. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And stolen by Jordan. Pass to Mbah a Moute. Paul kicks to Griffin. The pass to Redick. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Redick's got 28 points for the game.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win season, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
And some changes here for the Spurs. West comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Outside Leonard, looking to end the run. Rebound by the Clippers. And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center of the power forward's body. Hey, what a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Aldridge kicks to Mills. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers leading by 14. Redick for 3. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. And San Antonio shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
That bucket in no time at all. Redick's got 37.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
He rifled that one in from distance. Redick's got 40 points.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And that one's good. Griffin.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now here's West. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Leonard. And another basket for San Antonio.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Paul kicks to Griffin. And he goes in for the dunk.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
So for the Clippers, Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbah a Moute. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Chris Paul. Then for the Spurs, Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Martin in for Daniel Green. And finished off by Anderson.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Down low, it's deflected. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not, certainly I think the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Mbah a Moute's checked in for Johnson. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Pablo Prigioni. That's good.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one. You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
San Antonio with the ball. Clippers able to drain the three. Shots good by Mills. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Dishes to Redick. Takes a three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 now on the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Redick for three. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Spurs trail by 10. That's a 2 from Martin. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Redick inside the line. Outside for Jordan. He feeds it to Mbah a Moute. Redick for three. A rebound by the Spurs.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure. But he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Clippers leading by 7. Stolen by Ginobili. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Here's Martin. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Redick's got the ball. Spurs trail by 7. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Martin kicks to Diaw. Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Mills.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Redick for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got 49 points in the game. Mills with it. Outside for Martin. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. We'll be back shortly. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from him.
Doc told me.
A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year, Clark, this past season. And the fact that he didn't win it looks like it'll keep him motivated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I love the passion he plays with defensively. It seems like a burning fire in him, and Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. You've got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
On the floor for San Antonio, the timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Duncan is out there with Anderson, and it's Martin in at the 3.
Boy, Kevin, right there, Ginobili showed you as pretty a stroke as there is.
Crawford outside. Johnson outside. Out to the right wing. Takes the 3. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Pierce. Rivers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. A nice shot by Anderson.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy
that's likely to change. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. Ginobili against Rivers. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Anderson, and it's Green in for Kevin Martin. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Green dishes to Duncan. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Outside Griffin. He kicks it to Paul. Picked by Griffin. Paul passes to Jordan. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The shot by Redick, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And obviously, Chris Paul is one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Parker left side. Here's Aldridge. They get the rebound.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
From 10 feet out, the shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA all-team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah, you know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And an interesting byproduct of Blake Griffin extending his shooting range and his perimeter defense, Clark, his rebounding numbers have gone way down.
Well, it's hard to have it both ways, Kevin. I mean, the team needs him to keep working on his perimeter game, and if he's out on the perimeter, it makes it tougher for him to get rebounds inside.
David West, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. Kicks it out to Leonard from deep. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for San Antonio. Los Angeles leading by 6. Paul kicks to Griffin. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And it's sent back by Aldridge. To the middle. Paul with the steal. Here's Redick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got 54 points.
And on the topic of Griffin's rebounding, there's another force that helps submarine his numbers. DeAndre Jordan. Over the past few seasons, as Jordan's boards went up, Griffin's have gone down. Now, you think with the 2 elite rebounders that the team would finish better than 20th in rebounding last year, but that's another story.
And back to Griffin for a minute. I think he will soon find a balance between his emerging perimeter game and his rebounding. 7.5 boards a game, far too few for him last year. He's likely to return to double-digit rebounding averages, I think, sometime soon.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
To the left side wing. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Prigioni. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Prigioni. Soft touch off the glass. Prigioni's got 5 now.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Clippers leading by 12. From deep, and the rejection by Leonard. And they get it back. Paul dishes to Redick. Back to Paul. 5 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West.
Still Clippers ball.
And here is Los Angeles now. From deep. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he gets it to go. 7 points for Kevin Martin.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Paul. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on David West.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
Here's Martin. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists now tonight.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Good. That's now 8 points for Chris Paul.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Martin for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
The shot by Redick, no good.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Launches it. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound in this one. Martin kicks to Parker. And Jordan sends it back. Martin the pass to West. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. For three, West. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
Kicks it to Mba Amute. Griffin passes to Paul. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Paul's got 10 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Aldridge with a screen on Redick. Martin kicks to Aldridge. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And that one comes up a bit short.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Spurs trail by 4. The three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
With the ball in his hand.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for West. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. Johnson, good. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Passes it to Mills. Launches a three. And it's Paul Pierce with the rebound.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Redick inside the line. San Antonio with the rebound. To the inside, Ginobili. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Ginobili's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I love the low post attack on that one.
The drive by Paul, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And for Kyle Anderson, he had so many traits, Greg, the Spurs were looking for when they drafted him back in 2014. But he spent pretty much the entire season on the pond.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Pop makes his guys earn their minutes. You know, he doesn't care if he took you in the first round or if you're an undrafted free agent. He's going to play the guy who helps his team win.
And here's Mills for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. You know, talking about Kyle Anderson, he's a bit of a polarizing prospect, has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
What a game we've seen here for Anderson. He has 15 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. What Popovich said last year, he feels it might actually be the case.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra. extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Mbah a Moute. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 6 assists in the game. You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
Martin wide open. He fires. Mbah a Moute pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 9. Redick dishes to Paul. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
Pretty much automatic tonight at the line, 8 for 8.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been his best up there. He's got the confident stroke going today. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Aldridge. Wide open look. That's good. Aldridge has got 17 now.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept them in it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. They've been on fire from the free throw line, and that efficiency has really propelled them forward.
And so that brings
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, let's get your opinion on their game so far.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it
now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
You know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Parker drives in, and the wide open shot from Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 20 points.
Make huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
Yeah, they've got time, and if he can keep stretching the defense like he has been with the three-point shot, that lead could evaporate in a hurry.
And he gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
No good from Duncan.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Here's Leonard, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, that's huge. Redick. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Leonard attacking. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game. Duncan,
the pass to Leonard. Aldridge kicks to Parker. But they recover it. And Aldridge slams it in.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Love the aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
That bucket in no time at all. And that's now 18 points for Leonard.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Paul. And the Clippers lead by 8.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
He just continues to light him up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Johnson, he's checked in for Mba'amuta. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. West gets to Green. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Redick. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Aldridge dishes to Pierce. And there's the feed to Johnson. Redick passes to Johnson. And Redick kicks to Rivers. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Then for the Spurs, Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. And here's Mills for 3, and that one's good. Mills has got 11 points. Clippers leading by 7. A nice shot by Rivers.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And here's Mills for 3, and again it's San Antonio with a 3.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Spurs trail by 6. He dishes it to Ginobili. Takes the 3. That's good. Ginobili's got 9 points.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Redick for 3. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Outside Aldridge. And Parker, here we go. Aldridge with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the 2nd most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West.
Duncan left side. To the middle. Here's Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 22.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same. Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Back to Aldridge. And the 3 off target. The Clippers trail. Redick. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. And San Antonio shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Leonard, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that lead pass allowed him to get in stride.
Leonard brings the double team. Feeds it to Redick. From deep 3-point range, the Clippers keep it alive. Paul passes to Redick. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Griffin. Clippers moving the ball around. Another shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core and is so disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22-19, still not too bad.
Here's Parker with the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. Los Angeles with another miss. San Antonio trailing here. Duncan dishes to Aldridge. Pass to Parker. Beyond the arc. Count the bucket. Parker's got 7.
And for the Spurs on the road, it wasn't the scoring. They were so good at home, but scored 8.5 points less per game on the road. That was the biggest margin in the NBA.
Stolen by Martin. Inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Parker. And now it's a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Boy, it's been a long time since the Spurs had a losing record on the road, so there aren't any concerns for them. I mean, they've never had a losing road record since Tim Duncan was drafted. Wow, that's back to 1997.
And the Clippers call time here. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs and get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Good D by Jordan. Clippers trail by 3. From deep three-point range, was shot by Redick, no good.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, and immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
That's good.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
The kick out to Aldridge. Green, the pass to Parker. Sinks the three-pointer. Parker's got 10.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
Duncan dishes to Aldridge. Redick against Green. Parker kicks to Duncan. Martin for 3, and again it's the Spurs from deep.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
That's good.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Outside, Green. Now the dish to Aldridge. The pass to Martin. Back to Aldridge. From the arc. Parker passes to Duncan. Parker dishes to Martin. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Martin. Misses the 3.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it. Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Spurs trail by 3. Three-pointer. That doesn't go either for Martin.
You can see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that 3, but just didn't get it to go.
The shot by Redick, no good.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And Green gets it to go.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. The shot by Redick, no good. And San Antonio shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Duncan can't hit. Here's Prigioni. He's got 8. Griffin kicks to Prigioni. Connects from 3-point range. Prigioni's got 11 points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And the Clippers call time here. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 8.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Last game, instead of being the 6th, they could have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage. And as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Thank you, Doris. On the floor for San Antonio, Aldridge out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Mills, and it's West in at the 5, down low.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
Back to Aldridge. Dishes it to Diaw. Leonard attacking. Back to Diaw. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge, no luck.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
Yeah, and now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
The Clippers in the lead. Redick with the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 27 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Redick with the bucket.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
West passes to Leonard. West a screen on Redick. Leonard kicks it to West. He feeds it to Diaw. Shot clock at 5. Here's Aldridge. Back to Diaw. And Leonard has it in the corner. For the 3. Count the bucket. Leonard's got 30.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Shot's good from Mbah a Moute.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. And San Antonio also making a switch. Green's checked in.
DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Leonard dishes to Diaw. Aldridge, the pass to Mills. No good on the triple.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Spurs trail by 4. He kicks it to Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. Can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Paul can't get it to go. San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Leonard draws the double. Kicks it to Aldridge. Pass to Mills. Back to Aldridge. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Mbah a Moute pulls it in. Clippers leading by 4. And Redick kicks to Paul. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
The shot by Redick, no good. Spurs trail by 4. The 3 from Mills. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. The Clippers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And Chris Paul, the bucket, on the assist by Griffin. Griffin's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Aldridge, the pass to Diaw. The feed now to Green. Three-pointer. And it's good. Green's got 28 points for the game.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Jordan dishes to Redick. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. San Antonio's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. The 3 from Mills. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
And it's slammed in by Diaw. And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Diaw with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. Diaw's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Clippers trail by 3. And Redick kicks to Mbah a Moute. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. Redick for 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Mills passes to Aldridge. Here's the 3, and that one's good. Now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
Duncan dishes to Aldridge, and stolen by Redick. And Mbah a Moute kicks to Redick. Green with the block. Feeds it to Duncan. Back to Aldridge. Tipped away. He dishes it to Mills. Shoots from 12, and he nails the jumper. Mills has got the lead up to 6 now for San Antonio.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really an extraordinary game for Green. 28 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
Parker's checked in for Patty Mills.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game more, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
And if they keep up this intensity over the last few minutes of this game, it's nearly impossible to have a comeback against him. And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from J.J. Redick. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there, because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
6 to shoot. The 10-footer. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. This one for 3. And it's J.J. Redick with a 3. Redick's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Here is Mbamute again, Los Angeles.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Duncan. No good on the triple.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
And Mbamute kicks to Jordan. Paul for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Tries from 10, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Green. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Clippers trail by 7. The drive by Paul. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Paul's got 11 points here in just the second half. And San Antonio shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. They kick it out to Green. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Parker passes to Aldridge. The second chance effort. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Spurs leading by 5. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And stolen by Redick. And now the Clippers on the break. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D. And the rapid-fire run to the basket.
But they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Mills, who's checked in for the Spurs. 1:58 left in the game. Pass to Leonard. And good. He nails it. Leonard's got 42 in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Timeout Spurs.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're leading by 5. 1:50 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Ball against Leonard. Here is Mbamute. San Antonio with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Fires top of the key. And right on target with the swish. Now it's a 7-point San Antonio lead. Now Redick. Launches it. Great D that time from Green. One-on-one here. Here's Duncan, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Duncan kicks to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.